Good evening. Look what I brought with me today. It's some kind of orb. Hello, Clock. What a great set of emotes. I couldn't remember when Dwagon was coming back. They've been on a very important travel mission, and I, as someone who has been co-streaming this series with them, I should probably remember when they were gonna be available again, and I don't. How are you doing? I know this one. I'm the biggest Gen 7 nerd. Yay! Congrats, Clover. And yeah, it's a little tricky, but it is in fact a Jigglypuff as seen from above. Go ahead and let us know. Oh, flying back next Monday. Okay. So, after this weekend. Okay. Bounsweet! I had to double check mentally. I was like, God, if you asked me, I know Bounsweet because I caught so many shinies of it. You are correct. It is a Bounsweet. It's purple. Kinda. If you asked me the name of the middle evolution, I don't think I'd be able to tell you. I'm thinking. I don't think I know. I don't think that's in my brain. I do have one. Oh, Steenie. Steenie. What is that? Stem and knee. And then I know, I know the big one. The big one is like Queen kicks you. All right, congrats. We now have a shiny Bounsweet on offer. Oh, hey, Rainbow Dragon! How's it going? What's things been like? Tell me all about it. I'm gonna swap back over to the game because the game. Hello? There it is. Because there was just a fireworks show set off in Lion's Arch, and the moment I swapped over to the game, it finished. So there's no bee explosions for you today. Hello, it's noon. Oh my god, I tried to say noon, and my brain just kind of collapsed in on itself. It's noon here. That's 9 hours behind me. Noon. This is because if you've played Genshin Impact, there's a character who's very associated with the moon, and every time she says it, she says noon, and it just kind of gets in my head. Looks up at the sky. Noon. What did I do? I did not yet get an elite skill. I love how you two guys who literally live together are now messaging each other in my chat. Oh, you're not feeling good? I'm sorry. I hope things do get better. If it commiserates with you at all, I am patting your shoulder. I have had a tummy ache. so we can sit here and we can wish the nasties away. But yeah, like, snuggle down. I love that the people in Kryta back in these days had like tattoos everywhere. They were such cowards to get. I mean, the gnome hat I think we could leave, but the rest of it looks cool as hell. You wouldn't fuck with this old man, or maybe you would. I'm not judging. What does he say? I am known to mortal men as a Magi Malaquire. Oh, did he give me? He gave me this quest. I have to collect Orient tablet shards. I'm not doing that right now. I would steal his hat. I would also steal it so that he couldn't wear it anymore. But everything else is like really superior old man character design. Ripped open chest. Cool as hell tattoos. Some kind of weighted ingot thing as a belt that is also strapped around the chest. That's kind of amazing. Changing Kryta to be extremely European was a mistake. It's boring. I already spoke to the Zaisha. I don't know what quest that is, but I don't want to do PvP, so I'm just not speaking to her. I love Gen 7. I love all the Pokemon except for 2. Are they 2 in the same evolutionary line, or are there 2 separate ones that you just cannot stand. What does the scribe do again? Oh, the book stuff. I genuinely kind of forgot about all that. You found your toothbrush. Don't tell me you were without a toothbrush for however long. Please, no. So yeah, I did not yet obtain an elite skill, but there's a reason for it. I got involved in souping up my heroes that I have right now, and that went pretty well. Mox is now outfitted more as a tank, and he's gonna go in the first hero slot, because then I have a key bound to just send my first hero so he can go in tank. Devona I improved a little bit. In fact, I can show you instead of just like hoping you believe me. Mox has this on, which is a lot more survivable and defending instead of damage. And Devona I really wanted to keep on a hammer, because using a hammer is just kind of her main thing, and I don't like to take away an NPC's main thing just for meta play reasons. So I tried to make her build work with that, and I was looking up builds. I mean, my character I want to be kind of just stuff that I feel like playing, but the heroes I can min-max them hopefully a lot. You know, it's good for them to be carrying me if they can, and we were struggling a little bit. So I looked up builds that a warrior with hammer can use, and there were basically none for hammer warrior. No one likes that, no one uses it. There was a hero build that included, what was the skill? It was an elite skill called 7,000 Blades, I think, which I believe you could use with hammer. It just kind of makes, it helps you do area damage with it. And I was like, okay, that was added in an anniversary patch, and I don't see it on my list, so I'll go and capture it. I guess I didn't have it for some reason. I know I've captured every skill in the game, but maybe the anniversary one was somehow separate? I was guessing, so I looked up where it is. I went onto my main character that I've completed the whole game with. I grabbed a signet of capture. I had swapped her profession to secondary warrior so that I could, you know, check the list and capture it. And then I went out there, and first off, I went in without the proof of, I think it's victory. I had the wrong one, so I got all the way to where the boss spawns and it wasn't there. So I teleported back and I got the right proof of whatever it was instead of the wrong one. And then I went round again. And that time I found a shorter route that I'd missed and wasted a bunch of time. And then I found the boss. I went up and we killed it. My heroes on my main character are actually so strong I don't need to remember how you play Dervish. And we killed it, and I went out and stood on top of it and used the signet of capture, and it said I already knew that skill. So I did in fact already capture every skill in the game, and it wasn't on here because heroes can't use that. So instead of doing other stuff that might have helped, you know, more finishing side quests or whatever, I did that for no reason, and it didn't go anywhere. And then I did Althea, and I made her part ritualist with a bunch more helpful skills. So I actually went through stuff that works for her, and they had a bunch of unused points, which also was making me weaker. So they're a lot better outfitted, and they should be able to help. Althea doesn't overlap with my interrupt build quite as much. She's got an elite skill. I don't, because the elite skill I want to use is not yet available. I have to wait until a bit later. I forget exactly where it is. It may be in Cantha. So I just have to wait a bit because it's not even available yet before I actually go and put that on there. Oh, the ones you hate are Incineroar and Bruxish. I agree with you on both of those. I don't like them. Sorry to Incineroar fans. I'm glad he has fans, but it doesn't work for me. It was kind of like, I don't like Pokemon that get too anthropomorphized for no reason. Everyone was hoping that the starters were going to stay kind of bestial instead of turning into humans and being you know, firefighting, and then it wasn't firefighting, but it still turned into a anthropomorphic human. And it was like, what? I'm trying to play Pocket Monsters here. I want to play Pocket Monsters, not pocket furry humans. Be a monster, for God's sake. Bruxish sucks. I'm sorry. Bruxish is one of the worst. It's not boring. I just don't like it. Does anyone like it? Hit me up if you do. Send me a letter in the post explaining to me why you like Bruxish. Sorry, I'm running around aimlessly while we discuss this. I forgot where I put it. Ended up last night. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you've located it. It would be awful if you had to fly back home without a toothbrush because you didn't know where it was. Want to see a glacier? Like, oh, you took a picture of one? I do. Especially since, you know, there may be a vanishing window of time in which we can take photos of glaciers before they are gone. Sorry, I shouldn't just make it depressing like that. I want to see the glacier and I want to imagine that I'm sitting on it and I'm not warm. I like Incineroar, but not as the starter. That's a good point. I think it would be more acceptable if it was just a Pokemon that was a cat that turned into a wrestler. Starters to me have a kind of, well, they have a prestige. We all know that. The logic I've always gone by. Oh, photos in Discord. I'm gonna react to them live. Do. Ooh. Oh, it's so misty. Oh my god, it's like blue. I didn't know they were actually blue. Oh, you saw seals? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What a lovely place. Thank you. Because of all Pokemon, it managed to kick my ass when I was playing Violet. That's justified. You can always hate a Pokemon just because it kicked your ass really hard. Absolutely. Like, who still has like a tiny bit of grudge against Starmie? Just a tiny... I like Starmie. I don't like Mega Starmie very much. Yeah, funny joke. All of the ZA Megas kind of suck, I'm afraid. They don't look good to me. But the prestige of having a starter, in my head, what they've got to be is they've got to be a little bit like the initial guidance for what made a starter, the first three, was the kind of thing that young kids might go out into the wild and pick up and be like, oh, a cool creature. The kind of thing that like a 10-year-old, because it was based on the creator's childhood going like bug hunting, going out and finding something cool that they would go, oh wow, I actually found a cool one of these. And Dead Rat, no. The first three starters were that. They were a frog, a lizard, and a turtle. And those are all things that a kid could conceivably find and go, oh, that's cool. I found an actual creature while I was hunting outside my house. And they'd want to pick it up and show their friends. And I think that's the baseline for all starters. A 10-year-old wants to pick it up as a real animal and like show you. And of course the lizard turns into what looks like a dragon, and the turtle turns into a massive turtle that has cannons in its shell, and the frog one has a giant flower bulb that opens, and Ivysaur might be the best Pokemon design of all time. So you just got win after win after win. But that's the logic. It's got to be something that a 10-year-old will go, oh, cool. So the next ones, like you've got a ferret. Yeah, I'd accept that. If I was 10 and I found a ferret thingy, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool. A dinosaur, I mean, that goes without saying. And a baby crocodile? Are you kidding me?
Thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help.
Cube, thank you for subbing while I'm discussing my superior opinions. Ivysaur is so neat, as is Wartortle. True, Wartortle looks way cooler than Blastoise. I don't resent that it evolves into it, but the big fluffy tail thing and the fluffy ears, like those mid-stage ones used to feel really cool to have. They didn't feel like they were just a mid area before you got what you really wanted. They felt like genuine creatures in their own right. They were great. Why did they shave him? It's a mystery. I feel like maybe they could have given him a little mustache or something. But yeah, that's why they're all really good. And now if you fast forward, what have we got? We've got a cat. Okay. I was thinking of Lytton. I think there's multiple cats. Oh, there's the weed cat now. Now a cat as a starter, that's very domestic. I mean, one of them's kind of a tiger, and the other one is just a domestic cat. All my turtles shaved. Okay, contender for raid message. Contender, unless something really funny happens later. A domestic cat, like a tiger, sure, but at the time you get it, it's just a cat. You can find those indoors. That violates the principle. That's not something that a kid is going to go outside and be like, oh, cool, I found a domestic cat. I want to show my friends. No, you got those in your family's house. What else? Turtwig is like a turtle again. And it's like, okay, yeah, we get it, turtles. I like a lot of starters, but not how they end. I love how final that is. Oh, Cheesecube actually did ask me how I was doing, and I should answer you because you subbed to say it. Thank you so much for subbing. That was 4 months. Wow. Wow. I'm doing fine. I risked having a meal that could give me a tummy ache, and it did, but it's going away. So, hashtag winning. Owl. Owl. That's like, I don't think Owl is something. I mean, Rowlet's kind of good as a starter, but I mean, maybe. I do find a lot of whimsy in like looking outside and seeing an owl. I don't know if a 10-year-old would, but I do. It is something that I would, if I found one, I would hold it up and go, hey, look what I found. So we're kind of there. It's my favorite Pokemon of all time. That's based. Rowlet's like pretty damn good. I like the Rowlet line, especially since it gets like, being Ghost is a good kind of curveball. Tummy ache survivors, 2K26. But yeah, the thing I have the most problem with is repeating the cat thing. Did we have to? We had cat. Is there nothing else? They haven't done many bugs as starters, mostly because bug is its own type. But you could definitely do a bug that was also water or fire or grass, especially grass, and then it could become, well, grass bug would be like a huge disadvantage, but it's not like Charizard doesn't have a 4x weakness. The thing I have a real problem with is that they keep doing monkeys, and I don't think there's any child out there that would be excited to go and scrounge around in the undergrowth and find a fucking monkey and hold it up and be like, oh, I found a cool creature. That's not Pokemon. That's a... What's a monkey doing? And there's 2! We don't need 2 monkeys. Of the 2 of them, I mean, okay, one of them's a gorilla. Just taxonomy, yes, one of them is a gorilla, one of them is a chimp. Monkey. Of the 2, I think we can definitely keep Grookey. No, this is only about starters, Dwagon. Only starters. Apom's fine. I kind of like Apom. He's fine. Grookey turns into such a specific reference. I don't know if people generally know this actually, but the gorilla playing the drums thing comes from an ad from like the 90s. Which means it clears the bar because it's from the 90s and it's like a meme before we had the internet. Everybody knew that ad with the gorilla playing the drums. It was just good. My dad literally regaled me what happened in that ad. So like, yeah, we can keep that. I'm perfectly fine with how cool that is. But the chimp that's on fire, no. That's not cool. I mean, I imagine that everybody who chose Chimchar, who was like, it's a fire type and it's a monkey, I'm happy with that. I'm sure they weren't disappointed to then end up with a monkey that was still on fire. They weren't missold that, but I don't really get the appeal. I like Sobble, but not what it turns into. I really liked Sobble as a basic thing. One of the other problems is that in newer generations, this sounds like Sorry, I'm not even playing while I talk. I can't do both. I need to work on my streaming abilities to be able to do both. Ooh, birds. This sounds like one of those, oh, everyone who went to CalArts draws the same cartoon body and face shape. No, seriously, all of the newer starters have the same body structure. They have a big head and then a little body and then arms and legs, and they're upright, and there's no variation. When I say variation, I mean Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, it was on all fours. It has sloped back. It looked sort of froggish, but also sort of like a prehistoric blob, and it rolls. And they don't all have to be something with a massive head like Squirtle does, because that kind of fits with what a turtle is. But other than that, I think Sobble is fine. It's kind of a tadpole, kind of, and kids do like to go and scoop up tadpoles out of mud, so that does fit the criteria. I did do that. I both had a experience where I was playing on a designated play area where there was a climbable log over a pit, and it rained, and the pit filled with water, and all these tadpoles worked their way out of the dirt. So it was like so full of tadpoles, like it was writhing with tadpoles. And I was there with a bunch of other kids, and we would try and walk across the log and then inevitably fall in, and you were just falling into, like, it was more tadpole than water. Like someone stepped in there, and I can't remember. I don't think this was me. Maybe it was me. I literally cannot remember if I'm thinking of this from third person or first person memories perspective. But somebody got their foot in there, and water poured into their Wellington boot, and the water was just like 70% tadpole. So they had to like pull their leg out and then hold the boot upside down and tip out the water, and all of these tadpoles just went all over the floor. It wasn't that gross. We were all kids. We kind of screamed, but kind of enjoyed it. My other thing was that I don't know if I stole them. I acquired some tadpoles. I think I got them from school, and I don't know if I stole them or not. I don't remember now, but I took them from school. I know they weren't missed. That's all I know. And I took them home, and we put like a big dish in the garden. We kind of depressed it into the ground, filled it with some water, so it was a permanent little water spot. And we put the tadpoles in there. And one of them ate the other one, but the one that did the eating survived to become a frog. So I did kind of like sort of raise a little tadpole. And then there was a frog that would come back into our garden, and like you'd see it in the summers. It would like revisit us. I don't know where it went other than that. Maybe it went around the neighborhood, and everyone fed it like those cats that people let run around, and every house is feeding them like scraps. And there was a little frog like going up into their cat flaps and annoying everyone except us. You will suffer your strongest child to live. Does the Teleon have Yowie hands? I still can't get used to the actual pronunciation of Yowie. I pronounced it wrong for so long, it doesn't seem like it's real. I will carry on talking about Pokemon, but I want to continue playing because I want to steamroll ahead and see, because we're nearly like there's only a couple more missions in Prophecies. We can get this finished, and I have my new improved team. I'm doing, I keep forgetting it flashes the one that you're supposed to go to, which is the only indicator, but it's a fine indicator. We're doing Iron Mines, and this is probably the one that I remember. Oh my gosh, Waffen Heindlerin, the 11th. Please don't make fun of me for flubbing the Roman numeral. How are you pronouncing it? I won't say. I'm not going to embarrass myself. 5 gifted subs, and I will say how I pronounce Yowie my whole life until I was so online that I heard how it was actually said. I'm saying that because I genuinely don't want to reveal it. Okay, who else have we got? Why are there 2 fighters? One's a brawler. Who's good? Oh, Orion can come. My useless band of merry henchmen. Okay, who else is here? Yolf Dawnbend. What a good name. I thought that was like a snowman. Evenia from the back. I thought she was. Can I go in this? They won't let you go in the paddock with the Dolyaks. Unbelievable. All right. Let's start this. The missions are getting really hard. Let's just see what happens. We're still going to be absolutely slaughtered by Mersat if we find any. Right. Yeah, this is the one I remember where there's like two. There's one route that goes up this frozen river, and there's a second route that goes up the right-hand side. And Marcus is here, and I have to kill him, and it just says find the seer. I don't think it matters which one. I'm gonna try going over to the other side. Okay, those guys are just fighting each other, so they can have at it. What do we think about the Gen 10 starters? I have to actually remember. I remember the water one because I've seen that a few times. The fire one is the dog that they stole from Cassette Beasts. And the grass one was... What the hell was the grass one? Hang on. Pokemon Gen 10 starters. Oh yeah, it's a bird. It's really gonna depend how they turn out. I feel like I kinda like the... Okay, go on, Mox, do your job. The one I'm most favorable about is the water thingy. The gecko. Geckos are cool. Geckos are things that a kid would be excited. Stop doing that. A kid would be excited about finding a gecko. True. I am maybe a bit worried about how anthro it is. How is there 10 of them already? Of what? The dog reminds me of myself from Ghost Trick. True, yes, there's also that, but it's also like very, very close to a Cassette Beast monster that is also literally a dog that's a bomb. That's a fire type. And I don't think they're mad about it, but they were kind of like, huh, okay. Oh, 10 generations. Yeah, it's kind of wild, isn't it? We've been alive for a really long time. But not long enough. They've exhausted distinctive Pokemon. I would disagree with that. I think they aren't exhausted. I think they have started getting a bit too safe on the design front. Sometimes they have cool stuff. Sometimes they don't, but it feels more like they just don't want to be very innovative anymore. They did make one that's just keys. I would say the key one is pretty fun. I know it's just keys, but it's got something going on there. I'm gonna say it though, I don't think I like the grass starter in Gen 10. It doesn't feel that different from Rowlet. It's like Rowlet but worse. It's like if somebody found out that, oh god, which gen was it? Rowlet 7? If someone was leaked on the Gen 7 starters and they only got descriptions of them and they came back and told the internet, hey, I know what the starters are going to be. We've got the grass starter is a little chubby bird, and that's all they knew. And then fan artists tried to recreate what was described to them. What they actually wanted, like the actual thing casting the shadow on the wall of the cave is Rowlet, and what the fan artists would try and draw to interpret it is, what's it called? Grout? And judging by the name, it's also an owl. Like, we've already had a grass owl starter. Why are you doing another one? We had that it's a starter. You don't have to repeat the same species in typing within the starters. Do something else. Bender meme, you should say something else. I'm not too old to have opinions on Pokemon because I was 10 years old when it came out. I am the target audience and will be forever. It would be really funny if the bomb dog thing ends up becoming horrendously anthropomorphized again. Even though it's just like a dog that's exploded. What the hell's going on with this terrain? Did I miss something? It could be either water psychic or water poison. Has there ever been a starter that became poison type on evolution? Oh, right, Bulbasaur. For a second, I was like, have they ever done that? Yeah, I think poison feels likely. It looks like it could be a kind of venomous gecko type thing. That's pretty cool. The fire one depends entirely on how much they beastify it. Mr. Beast Pokemon. Hey, Diffad! We're ranking the Pokemon starters and generations and the new ones while I get knocked down repeatedly because I'm not using my tank. I hope the fire dog gets more buff but its head stays the same. I think Toby Fox might sue. Oh, that's the other thing it looks a bit like. It looks a little bit like the annoying dog. Not because I think it's directly inspired or anything. It's just a common build for a tiny little dog, which is fine. Do I want huge jawbones? I don't know. I have to move my camera back just so I can see around Mox's huge ass. I think the fire starter should get bigger around the face. Like, not buff, because that seems to imply to me, like, Incineroar. Buff is, like, being humanized. I think it should be the fur just getting... the area of the fur becoming larger. And the legs and the face and everything staying the same size. The face is just a little bit higher up. I should do a mock-up of this. Wait, did someone already do it? Oh god. I would be very, very I wish I hadn't put mocks on my first. Like, please give me some space. I'd be very surprised, and I guess pleasantly surprised, if the water thing turned into something I enjoyed. Not water thing, sorry. That's what happens when I try and play and speak at the same time. I mean the grass owl. What are you gonna do with the grass owl? I mean, it's gonna get every different type that's not ghost, I imagine. I'm the only person in existence who likes Delphox because they're a mage. I do actually... what are these things doing? I do really like when they give the starter trio a theme. Which they did in... oh my gosh. Don't think I even used anything. I can't focus on the one that's using Stomp. It's alright, my henchmen are doing okay. And I'm knocked down again. Gen 3, there's no theme, and if there is, we don't know. There's not always a theme. I think the thing about them being critters that children could conceivably acquire in real life if they were having fun out of doors, I think that should always apply in some way. But I do really like some of the themes. I only know a couple. And one of them is... Which gen is it? Which gen is the French one? The one that Delphox is from, because that's... No! Oh my god. That generation, the theme was... Wasn't it, traditional fantasy classes or something? Because Delphox is the mage. What's the name of the thing? Chespin's evolution, whose name is escaping me, is like a tank. Yeah, it is anthropomorphized, but I think because it's got the theme behind it, and it generally has a kind of cohesion. I think it's all right. Yeah, RPG classes. Carlos, what's? Oh my god, what's the? What's the water type in Carlos? Why can't I? My brain's turning off. What's the water starter in Carlos again? Let's try and kill this thing. Now, it's a monk, and I don't see anything else. Well, I missed that. And that was too fast, and I clicked anyway. So, I suck at this. Okay, we got one. Oh, was it Greninja? So, like, stealth is the class that it's embodying? Come on, guys. We can do this. Yeah. No, 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 no. Oh my god. We can't beat it. We can't beat this thing. Don't run away. There we go. Right, what is the frog thing? The frog little guy. I think Greninja's like my least favorite of those. I know water type to frog is kind of a given. They always make the frogs turn into like humanized lanky things. Like Inteleon isn't a frog, but I count that. I'm trapped in here, there are corpses everywhere. Scout Rider, that sounds like it might be a bonus to the mission, and I'm not about that right now. Yeah, I mean, I know they can do fantasy elements to these animals, but having your tongue out and wrapped around your neck all the time is just kind of eh? What's everybody's absolute favorite starter? Like, you don't have to justify... Oh, can I not get in from this side? I go, like, around. You don't have to justify it or say why. Just, like, who's the best one that you first think of. I genuinely... I say that, but I don't know if I could even pick. Rowlet, love my rotund son. It's really fun. I hope the new grass bird thing... I mean, what else are they going to do with a grass owl? I don't know. I know Charizard is really, really oversaturated, but I can't say I dislike it. It has that reputation of being so cool, because little children get to go, I took this tiny lizard thing with a vulnerable Achilles heel, and now he's a giant dragon that loves me. Like, there's nothing better than that. But I also really like the Bulbasaur line, because I think the design just clinches exactly what it wants to be. It's not fast or like as cool as a big dragon, but it just looks neat. It's aesthetically pleasing. And my first starter was Squirtle, so I have affection for it. I think a turtle with shell cannons is an all-timer idea. You can't go wrong with that. They put Charizard in too many things. It's the company's fault. It's not Charizard's fault. They put Pikachu in too many things. I mean, I know everyone knows this, but they just had like was it an anniversary Pogo event? I think it was anniversary, and they released spawns of every Pikachu they've ever made. They've added a bunch of novelty Pikachus with like hats on, and including one of each of the protagonist trainers from the games, like usually the boy and the girl trainer options and their outfits and their hats on a Pikachu. And I was so sick of it. Like, who cares? They're not good. They don't do anything. They're not strong. This isn't... what are you celebrating? You're not celebrating the 10th anniversary of your game. You're celebrating Pikachu with a hat. And I got 2 that were shinies, so I had to keep a couple of them. Alright. Who are these people? Can we kill this? Yes. Got that priest in the back. I marked that up. Nope, we got it. And now you. Whoops. Okay. Mox is tanking so well. Look at him go. You tank that boss while we finish off this thing. And now we can all go on the boss. Immolation is the sincerest form of flattery? That's hilarious. Is it gonna do... oh. Nope, missed. Okay. It's running away! Oh my god! Sorry, I think I misclicked there for a second. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't see it. I got really scared for a second there. I was like, how long have I fucked that up? Oh god, Mossad. Oh god. Ah. I love when you interrupt them and they're humanoid. They can swear at you. Okay, can we oh, wow, okay. Okay. Okay, that's 1 down. Alright. Oh gosh, so much agony damage. Oh, I nearly died. Just a few seconds. For a second, I was like, was that like a several minute long? Has it been hours? I don't know. Well, thanks for pointing it out, because I literally like didn't turn my head enough. Okay, I'm pretty sure we are aiming to get up here. This bit. And now I have a little bit of debuff, and there's a lot of Mossad around here. Okay. Hello? What's that on my head?
Tammy! And this is my friend, Tammy!
Hey, I'm Bob.
Oh, that was it? Thank you for dropping in. Was that a live skitter reaction? Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh god. Go and cast something else, I dare you. Sorry, I had to focus again because Mossad were here. That's a drive-by. Oh, thank you, Skitter. I'm so happy you guys have been able to hang out. I assume you've been having a fantastic time. Looking at glaciers and seals. That was a cute drive-by, thank you. I should shout you out, actually. Hang on. Did I spell that right? I did! You might want to follow Skitter and Dwagon. Okay. Is this where I was meant to go? What the hell is this gate? Okay, we cancel that one. And I cast this and this. Okay, we interrupted that, and we interrupted that one. And he's got me with agony. I'm gonna heal myself. Oh my god! Oh dear. I saw my HP flick down to like sub 100 there at some point. Oh, this isn't good. I'm pulling us back. This is not good. I don't know if I need to be there. Okay, we're gonna regen for a sec, and I might just open the guide for this. The goal of this mission is to kill Marcus. Oh, that's where I am. So I need to get my Spectral Agony infusion so I can actually fight these Masat. Maximum stat armor is advised. I haven't actually checked. I'm still wearing the stuff from Ascalon City. Infusion will only be applied to the armor sets players are currently wearing. That's such a weird mechanic. I like the fact that you have to get this special thing to even begin to resist this stuff. But, so I'll need to, if I change my armor, I'll need to do this again. Is it only in this mission? You have to replay the mission. You can't just find them in the world. Okay, so Shining Blade Scout was the bonus. We can ignore her. You don't have to talk to the seer to finish the mission, but we really do need to be infused. Where is the seer? I would really like if there was if there was a key or a legend on this map. Okay, the seer is there. So I have in fact gone slightly the wrong way. We actually do need to be on the other side. So I don't think we can get over there unless we kill all these things. And there's, well, okay, we could try and take out these individually without the boss. I got chocolate milk on my titties and somehow on my back. Congrats. All right, should we see if we can like, oh God. I want to try and kill them, but I do not want to aggro the boss as well. I'm very talented. Have you ever seen that, I don't know, that post? I think it was like one of those relatable teenage moments kind of things. And it just says, dipping your boobs in the Wendy's Frosty. You know what I mean? You know that post? If I aggro that one. Okay, the boss didn't react. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Go, 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 go. Get out, get out, get out. Everybody go, 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 go. No, box! Shit. No, you don't. Great. Now we have no mocks. Okay, I can do this. I'm not saying I did that. I'm just saying it was a popular post that I've seen several times. Hashtag relatable teenage things. Dipping your boobs in the Wendy's Frosty. Wendy's was a lot less of a big thing over here. I think it was pretty... It had a surgence in like the 70s. And then it kind of went into hibernation. I don't remember there being Wendy's locations when I was a kid, but then they kind of dried up and they disappeared. And now they've kind of come back again. So I got a Wendy's... Why is he running? Why are you running? I got a Wendy's for the first time as an adult once they actually appeared again. And I did in fact get a Frosty, which, you know, I wanted to complete the experience. And you'll never guess what I actually managed to do by accident when I was eating it. I saw a post like that, except it was balls instead of boobs. So that's the post. It was based on the one I saw, and they've remixed it. Hashtag gender equality. Yeah. Is that a ghost in your party? Oh, that's what, Althea? Yes. The ghost of Althea is now a hero you can bring with you instead of her just kind of hanging out in Ascalon forever. As an accident, yeah. But it was a very funny accident to have, given that as soon as I did it, the post was echoing in my head. And I was like, no one's gonna believe me. Like, no, not like intentionally, like, dipping the hole. Like, well, it went in there. Clothed as well. Like, clothes were involved. Okay, I think Mox is kind of dead. Or if I can get him out, he's gonna have an insane amount of, death debuff. Come on, guys, come on. Now, if he gets far enough, the monk might start healing him. Yay, we rescued him. Everyone get this fucking priest right now. At least we can, yeah, we go. So we've made that slightly easier. Oh god, there's a group here. And they are absolutely, oh no! Guys? Oh my god, we killed him. Okay. Wait, there's one more. No chain lightning for you. Oh, did it cast? Oh, it cast Spectral Agony on Alessia and then she died. But as a group, we survived. I love typing things you refuse to say out loud. Is it that obvious? I feel like I'm conservative about the things I'm willing to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike Wendy's, but I think I had a non-typical experience there. Alright, I'm gonna spread them out as much as I'm able. And then everyone else could go over here. And then I will pull it, I guess. Okay, I fucked that up. But it shouldn't have any backup now, so... maybe... interrupt. More of this. Just use whatever's off cooldown. Come on! Yeah! We did it! Oh no, it doesn't bother me. Like, people can say it, whatever in my chat. I retain the right to read out what I actually want to. I should have, I don't know. I was gonna say I could have some kind of redeem or tip option where if you donate, then I have to say the thing out loud. But that sounds a bit like a recipe for disaster. One gift sub, and I will read out that message that Rainbow Dragon put that I refused to look at. Oh my god, please. Come on. When I get really low, I don't want to cast more spells. That's a big day. Oh god, Alessia died again. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? Ah. Okay, okay. Where's this compound? Oh wait, that's where the final guy is? Oh my god, Devona. That ain't good. Jeez. Okay, so this is where Marcus is. I misread the map. Guys, can we please come over here? We have to stop this at some point. There's one Massart up there. Okay. Recoup for a little bit. We've all got a bit of death penalty. So, yeah, I misread the map. This big compound is where the final boss is. But I don't want to fight the final boss. I want to find the seer. So he can stop me from big dying. I don't remember how we found out that there was a seer. Did the dwarves tell us? Okay. There's a bunch of them here. Mox, go and do your thing. I know you have tons of death penalty, but try. Shit. Shit, this Mesmer has energy surge. Oh, wait, no, oh, okay, Claude died. Okay, no, we're doing alright. Okay. Oh, it was only two Mossad, and I didn't even notice there was a priest. That was bad form. Ice cave. What is? I think that's just to look at. Okay. Pretty sure it's this way, so we should have actually taken the left route instead of what I did. Obstructed. Okay, we beat that. Massat. I think if I hadn't taken a bit of time to rework my heroes here, I don't think we'd be doing any of this. I was really struggling in the desert bit. The hero system is really fun though. Having a team of characters that levels up with you, that you get to fully customize, that has pretty robust AI and can manage just party-based play. It's really fun. If there is a weakness to it, oh, there he is. I think maybe they should have designed the game from the beginning as a hero game, and the heroes should have been from the start, you know. They've gone back to add them in Reforged mode because they form the basis of for the main gameplay.
Yes, yes. You are the Ascended Ones the Dragon Glint has spoken of. Come in. Come in. I've been expecting you.
Hello, why are you hanging out in a frozen cave? God, they look different in this one.
I have traveled far and waited many long
They look
years
way more
to
alien.
help you fulfill the Flame Seeker prophecies. What matters is that I am here to help you.
We're listening.
By now, you have realized that the Mossad cannot be defeated with the tools you now possess.
Yes. Go on.
I mean, we did kill a few of them, but sure.
For centuries, my kind has fought the Mossad. I know the rituals that can give you at least some protection from their agonizing touch.
And you will perform these rituals for us.
Yes!
But why? Why help us?
Yes.
Because if the prophecies are to be believed, you will do what my entire race could not. You are going to destroy the Mossad.
What you mean by
What would
letting
you
the
have us
Titans
do?
in?
In a cave to the east lies a bestial creature made from malice and shade. This creature has a natural defense against the magics of the Mossad. Bring me the spectral essence of this beast, and I will infuse its protections into your armor.
Wasn't that the same Oh, hello? Why am I running? Why am I running? Where am I going? I'm auto-running. I didn't... Oh, okay. Why did it auto-run me here? Slather yourself in the malice juices. Is that it? Okay, so I'm trying to think of the lore basis for what's happening here. Because I don't like the idea that you kill some creature and then it happens to have some sort of random property that the seer can use. It's a bit flimsy. However, this thing does sort of resemble a demon. And... well, presuming if that's the thing I'm supposed to kill. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was just a random... okay, maybe I think that was a random Skelk boss actually. What's the It's an Eidolon is actually what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, okay. It's a squid. Where does that come from? Yeah, I do hope they do something. I mean, if they did that in 3, I would like it. I don't know how they're intending to approach combat, but they said it's going to be kind of like a marriage of the 2 games together, and that sounds really promising. So what I'm thinking about here is that the creature we're supposed to be killing is from Nyos, maybe? Am I right in thinking that the Masat were also from Nyos? Are they that kind of thing? I don't remember now. Splatoon, yeah. I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to give misinformation. Hang on. Masat. Let me look at it on the 2 wiki. They were very able to phase between universes. So I'm not sure if we know where they came from. They were kind of hiding out in our world, it seemed like, and making themselves invisible. I do like that... what does this say? Oh, there it is! The Tyrian Masat are revealed to have been a faction originating from Nyos, who were exiled to Tyria as punishment for an unknown crime by the rest of their kind. Multiple Tyrian Masat survived their race's downfall but chose different paths. Then it mentions like a couple of them. So they're from the world that the demons are from, but I don't think they're demons. I think they're a different species that happened to originate there. And they got exiled here, and then they kind of went into hiding of sorts. Which I think makes sense, especially if... like, this thing isn't... this isn't Tyrian. What is this? I'm gonna look this up as well. I don't think anything that exists in the Tyrian plane would have any sort of resistance to something from Nyos. Hang on, can I see the seer from here? Also, the thing it reminded me of was, what's the name of the map? The one in Ore? The newer Ore one? Siren's Landing. There's a Renown Heart where you have to kill some sort of variant of Skelk and they discord like magic you can use. Was that Spectral Essence? Or was that just magical globs? As soon as I can see him, I'm gonna auto run back. And I'm gonna look up what an Eidolon is. Hey there, Mudfox. Oh, you gotta go? Okay. Thanks for dropping in. I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm looking up Eidolon. What is this thing? Huh. In Guild Wars 2, it's a shield weapon. And it looks kind of spectral. I don't know if that's meant to be the same thing. So if I check the first game wiki, what does this say? Why are my henchmen running around like that? There are Eidolons in 3 missions. I think I remember that, yeah. There are some in the Ring of Fire. What is it? It doesn't say. Okay, but these things don't exist in 2. Was that it? Why is everyone running around? You are now on even footing with the Masats. May the luck of your gods be with you. That was a nice thing to say. I like that. It's a mythical creature. It's just strange to me. There's very few. Oh, hey, Scenes. Sorry, I didn't see you come in there. I was trying to look up what an Eidolon is. There's like 3 of them. 3 individual ones? And they're not in the second game. And you have to kill one to get the essence that allows you to resist Masat agony. Otherwise, you can't. They turn you inside out. We've established this. So, they've got to be something otherworldly. They've got to be. They're not native to this planet. Because they're not in the second one, and whatever ones did exist here were probably killed by us. I couldn't even remember what it looked like. I thought it was the Skelk thingy. So definitely Eidolon playable race in 3. They're going to be the 4th one that they reveal. I misread that as pooping in. What's wrong with me? Nice to see you though. Hello, Scenes. Let's try and kill these things. See, now, you can do that and I don't care anymore. Ow. That was a lot of chain lightning. Everyone's just charging in. I love how the signet sometimes knocks them over, but it was so dramatic. It was almost like I throw a rock. A spirit image of a living or dead person. I wonder how much inspiration it's taking from that word. I've encountered the word before in a different game where I don't know. Games sometimes like to use a lot of the same terminology. Like how many there was a game okay. Hi. I saw a game where they had some sort of not like recently. I think I saw a YouTube video. They had some sort of arcane overlord thing called an Archon, and I'm like, we can't keep using this word. I've played 2 games that have Archons in them, and they're very different things in those. You can't do it again. So Marcus has these protective jade armors, but they don't aggro with him, so I can just take them out individually. Yeah, hello, it's nice to see you. Oh, they dropped Masat tokens as well. I don't know if you wanted to jump in the game at some point. I will be starting the next campaign after I finish this one. So just as a general note, once I finish Prophecies, if anyone wanted to start a new character and like actually jump in with a fresh slate, that would be easy to do because you'll just begin a character from factions and we can carry on from there. What are you? You're a ranger. So there's another instance here of the story is the plot progression is absolutely fine, but the way that it comes across could definitely be better realized. Okay, that was not that bad. I messed up by going the wrong way, but it wasn't as bad as the previous one. Oh, cutscene of me killing him. Yay. So a whole bunch of there's a plot curve around
May the deaths of all whom you betrayed weigh
how
heavy on
the
you in
Shining Blade got
afterlife.
captured. You have to rescue them. Then we
Death
go
is
and
too
get
good for you,
retribution
Marcus.
against
May your
Marcus,
tortured
who
soul
sold
never
us
find
out
peace.
to the Mossad. If it were up to me, I don't think it's worth bothering with a guy betrayed you and allowed the Mossad to get a hold of you. I mean, as a story step, I don't think it adds a whole lot because we already know the Mossad were they overpowered the Shining Blade. Even when it was just the White Mantle, the Shining Blade were overpowered. It's a fine wrinkle, but I think it got too much focus. And instead, it would be nicer to look more deeply into whatever the hell's going on with Seers and Eidolons.
My king, the fortress is
Introduce the
taken.
Mossad in a bit clearer, and then
Breknar.
spend more
We will
time
cut our
detailing the
losses
fact
and
that we
Get
need to
yourself
resist their
to
magic. Like,
safety,
they don't really
brother.
have this
Eldrimor
be
cannot
that
afford to
visible.
lose its capital
Instead,
and
they're
its
doing
king in the
cutscenes
same
about the guy
day.
who betrayed us. Like, okay.
Guards, with me. We are leaving.
Yay, King Ironhammer. Wait, which one is the Revenant Spirit? Oh, that's the Great Dwarf. Not this guy. Not this guy, he sucks. The Great Dwarf is a pretty big pull for someone that you can channel as a Revenant. They really, really should have put Joko in as like an actual Revenant guy. No, don't call yourself that. Oh, a bunch of my henchmen left the party except Lena? Why? Oh, they're not here. Oh, the henchmen got replaced by the actual characters who are on the box. That's even more confusing. I was kind of in favor of these guys being the henchmen from the beginning because they have like some kind of narrative presence. I believe they were like defectors from Ascalon, not just refugees, but they actually like didn't want to be with the main group or something. And if we'd had a storyline that focused on the well-being of the characters we met in pre-searing and then continued on with them and their interpersonal stuff, I think that would have been a lot stronger, especially when you're just replacing existing henchmen who actually didn't have any bearing on anything. These guys are on the box art. These characters are all like up there with the logo. You'd think that they would have something to do with what's going on. I don't want to be too critical about it because it was 2005. I think the game was being very experimental in some ways, and that was definitely a good thing. But their openness to being experimental and the landscape at the time, they didn't know exactly what thing they were going to spec into as a game. Especially since, as we know, they originally thought it was going to be a PvP game because the whole point of playing a game online was to play against other people. And they didn't really have a conception of a game functioning online in any other way because it was 2005. And that was why you used the internet for your game, because then it allowed you to... Like, the interactive element was not really well known. It was just, you get to fight other people, you get to pit yourself against other people's skills, and that's what's fun. So they built the game thinking it was going to be a PvP-based, you know, that was the selling point. And then they found out that people just really liked doing the stuff in the world and set up the henchman system, which was improved with the hero system. Like, if it was a perfect world, sure, we could have had heroes right from the very beginning, and the storyline would have been a bit less surface. It almost feels like they're a little afraid to linger on some of the finer points of the world building. And maybe they were, and I can't really blame them. Because maybe they thought that asking people to sit in and listen to how stuff works in their fantasy realm, maybe they didn't think anyone would really want that. This was pre-World of Warcraft. Maybe it wasn't a known quantity. There was a lot of unknowns going on, so I really don't blame the game. But if you could, you know, with the benefit of hindsight, there's a lot of things that you could streamline about this. All of these henchmen, these 5. Wait, shouldn't there be 6? Wait, warrior, necromancer, ranger, elementalist, monk. Who's the mesmer henchman? Dunham? No. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up too. Hang on, everybody wait. If I look up Menlo and then look for a category. Prophecy's henchman. It just says Dunham. Was there no... What? Menlo was voiced by Nolan North? Where? When does he have lines? Is he in Nightfall? Oh my gosh. He's 22 years old. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Eve is kind of like the Guild Wars girl. She's the one who gets remembered for being on the cover because she's goth, and that's like the most important thing that a woman can be. And I don't remember Aiden's one. And Sin is also like, I think, pretty memorable on the covers. These were the cover characters. Like they kind of knew they had to have characters, but they didn't really do it. But for some reason, for me, Menlo is like the Guild Wars 1 mascot, let's say. Like, these are mascots. For me, it's him. It's partly the fact that he really does look like a monk. Like, you can tell she's a spellcaster. She's just kind of goth, but you can tell this is exactly the class that he is. He's fucking bald. He's got sick-ass tattoos. He's got his toes out in the snow. So he's the one that I think of. If I had to pick a character to be on the box when I was buying it, I would have picked this guy, I guess. He's a memorable name. I don't know. I'm surprised he even had any voice acting. Oh shit, they are in Nightfall. Okay. Okay, hang on. So, Menlo was a traveling companion of Devona, Sin, Eve, and Aiden. Why isn't there a Mesmer in the group? Well, that really works to my benefit because I can imagine it's me. Either that or it was supposed to be Althea and then she died and then wasn't in the group, so they didn't have a Mesmer representative, which I think is a cool marriage of, you know, marketing and storyline. So it's either like me or like Althea was supposed to be in their group as the Mesmer mascot, but she was killed. So now they have me. And we look very similar. What do I... Oh, right. We're at Thunderhead Keep now. So let's rebuild my party. If anyone is hanging out in chat, wants to play along, just give me a... Just wave at me. Wave at me and be like, hey, don't go without me. Okay, I don't need Lena anymore. I have some actual guys. And I've got Devona already. I guess we'll bring Eve just because she's iconic. We'll bring Sin for being iconic. We'll bring Aiden. There we go. Full 8 party, including Devona. Look, I've got all the guys. That's cute. I'm surprised they didn't retroactively make them all heroes. But yeah, if they could go back and redo how this game works, I think it would make the most sense to not have any henchmen and provide you with unlockable heroes to add to your party as you play through. And a bunch of those heroes can just be the mascot characters, because then you are guaranteed to get one of each class. That just feels, it's like so natural. Like, it's like, why doesn't it work like that? Uh-oh. I couldn't... How am I supposed to tell who's doing the fucking stomp? They all did it. Completely staggered at perfect intervals. Alright, well, we seem to be managing okay. Let's check that. Okay, retaking Thunderhead Keep. This I remember very well. Oh shit. We've aggroed some ice golems and these at the same time. Great. So now I'm going to be knocked over forever. Because I can't interrupt any of these. Nope. Not that one either. And now I'm dead. There's no point. There's no point. King Jarlath, you didn't see that. They're actually just walking off down there and I don't need to interact with them. Never mind. I guess we're interacting with them. Never mind. I can't interrupt a goddamn thing. Okay, they're all dead. And now the party is split between the next two groups. Are you kidding me? Who's over there? Which one character is taking on that whole group? It was Aiden! What the hell are you doing? I keep getting interrupted every single time. So many big friends! That's apparently what was going through it. Aiden wants his glory. Look at him! Wait, what's he do? What are you doing? Who's the most handsome guy in the party? Aiden? King Jarlath, who's got his face right up in Sin's armpit? Or Menlo, who is staring daggers at this dwarf? Oh my god, I'm stuck. Okay. This looks kind of linear, but with pockets? Is that what it is? There's an enemy group. Oh my gosh, that's so deep. What? Thank you, Mox, for standing right on top of me. What is this a group of? It's Tengu. Okay. Devona is just... Okay, we've also got dwarves. I barely even... Oh, I'm dead. Guys. Now Althea's dead. This is already not going so good. Oh my god, did we hit another group? Really? Okay, well we have a little bit of death penalty, but okay. In fact, we are just coming up on the first ad break, so I think I'm gonna just chill right here. I might inch forward and take on little groups one at a time. But that's probably a good time for ad break. Whoop. Hey Soul, hope work's going well. Okay, well, run ads, and we'll chill. I'm gonna have a little drink. Okay, and we finally managed to shift that rock and roller we had for such a long time. Now I have this bound suite, and it's shiny as purple. It's just a never-ending parade of cute little round guys. So if anybody wants to grab this thing, that would be my pleasure to send it to you. Oh dear, why is my getting all croaky? Okay. Yes, I know. I'm just chilling. I'm I'm out of drink. It's all right. Do you think it's weird that they, in every generation, now keep doing some kind of sexy plant? I'm just looking at the bounce suite and thinking, you have no fucking idea. I don't mind that they did it like... There aren't any in the first generation, and there aren't any in the second generation. They just made Blossom, which is like an upside down plant with a skirt. Like, that's nothing. That's fine. And then after that, they kept adding really sexy plants. Do you think there's one guy at Game Freak who joined up in the middle of the Pokemon run and has final say as a designer and keeps on doing a sexy plant lady? And if they try and tell him not to do it, he can shut down the entire operation. Hey, also, curveball question. Just because it was on my mind earlier and I do occasionally dabble, does anyone in chat have a favorite Digimon? Let's just diversify a little bit. I'm curious if anyone has like a favorite in general or one that you'd want to have, because it's definitely not as well known, and I think it's pretty clear why. At least it should be. I don't think anyone's ever been confused, but basically the reason is that they never made a good video game. Okay, that's it for ads. Let's get back to it. Everyone's just standing around. We've got a few dwarves hanging out with us and the ghost of Althea. So I think I'm going up here. They've arranged this so you keep aggroing the groups while they're at a vantage point, which makes sense. It's quite realistic. Like, they were scouting and keeping a vantage point on you, so yeah, they see you first and you can't avoid them. I've only been indulged with Digimon 2-3 times. I really like the ones that just serve at immaculate levels. I guess that is kind of like the difference, isn't it? That's what separates it from Pokemon on a pretty big level. Pokemon don't serve, but Digimon do, absolutely. In a big way. When your Digimon gets more powerful, it starts serving epic amounts of cunt, and that's how you know you've made it. Don't they turn into a big guy? No, some of them turn into a big woman. So they do have that going for them. I'm not the biggest fan of... Like, I think when you have a monster-based franchise, you've got to stick to the monster thing at least a little bit. That doesn't seem like the right way. So in Digimon, a lot of them will change form and become more monstrous and obviously thereby more powerful. And that's the draw of it as kids. As a kid, it's like, I would have this one, or I like watching when this guy turns into the big dinosaur that it can be, and you know it can do that, and you know how it accesses that power. And that's fun for you to watch because you understand the basis of it, and you get to see a cool monster turn into a way more feral, stronger monster. But then if they keep digivolving, they often end up becoming more humanoid, which as a basis, it's not wrong. It's like the most powerful thing you can be is more human, because you can be magically strong as however you want. You can just, you're magic, you know. Your power doesn't come from being a big dinosaur. You're made of nonsense. So your strength level isn't tied to anything. But being a human is like the smartest thing that there is. So that represents the pinnacle of being. I kind of get it. And I can get, like, if you were really little and you see like Angemon, like that is really cool. The cool factor is still there. That is a muscular angel guy with, what is it, 6 wings or something? There is nothing not cool about that, but at the same time you're there because they're monsters. Like, if they stop being the monsters, it's like, what are we even doing? Oh my god. Not one time will I be able to interrupt these things. Not one single time. The most powerful thing you can be is Greg? Like, the baker? Greg's? Okay, we worked off some of the death debt. What way is it? Oh my god! I went all the way around! There was a bridge right here and I went all the way around for no reason! The judge! I already fought you! You're in one of the explorable maps. Why are you here? Are there multiple judges? Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna run. I don't want to get knocked down by them. Oh hey, I didn't this time. Oh my god! I'm literally 2 years away. They're so annoying. I can never find the one that's gonna do the stop first. Alright, we're getting pinged. Alright, Mox, go and fuck it up. Yep, see, I'm using my targeting thing. It just went between them and nothing. I didn't do anything. I'm not sure about these attacks either. It looks like they're just giving me a kind of hesitant slap. Okay, thanks, Mox. I kind of left you out of the fight there by accident. Alright, so we go into the Dwarven settlement, and it's full of... Oh yeah, we've got to kill, like, everything. But the good news is we have a strategy now? Question mark? Why am I not on the mission objectives? Clear the city. Okay. Oh, hey, Wilsman. We were talking about the transition of War Turtle into Blastoise. Now, are any of you going to stand near each other? No. Okay. I'm willing to bet if Jarlis Ironhammer dies, we lose. So I should probably be paying attention to him. I can't move. Okay. I have it's a very memorable area, this bit, for some reason. I remember this. And not just because Thunderhead keeps in the second one. Okay, let's... Oh, they didn't even see us! Wait, no, maybe they did. Yeah, they did. Okay. Yay! I leveled up, or whatever. Whoop. Okay. Anyone who has an AoE wanna, like, have a go at these guys? I'm gonna die. Great. Great job making a tank who goes up there first to draw aggro, and then everyone just runs past him and attacks me specifically. I don't like how those giants die. It looks almost a little bit like Holbrook. Slightly, maybe. Tiny bit. Oh, these guys are enslaved. Now I feel bad. Okay. Only 3 groups left. I'm not sure if I don't remember the first run I did of this, because the first run I did was after Nightfall, which meant I had all of the heroes, but I didn't have great skills. Oh dear, I don't want to fight that many people. And there's a boss. This time around I've got tons of skills and some heroes that got added in. See, look, how fucking dare you? I put a tank out there on purpose. Ugh. Missed. Alright, he's dead. Devona died. Okay, we've almost got this. Come on. Stop doing whatever healing you're doing. Wait, is there a healer? Yes. That's my bad. That's actually my bad. Let's kill you. Nope. Okay. Skirt around these. And we'll kill whoever this is. Might as well use everything. Don't run away. Mox, what are you doing? Okay, and that took a little bit of death penalty off. Guys, I didn't say. Oh my god. Fine. Have my one AoE, I guess. Okay. This is the last one. I really miss having a minion necromancer. Oh, it does go down there. I was worried for a second. Come back. Come back. Wait, Mox, you go. Go, quick. He's not even gonna do it. Okay. Alright, there we go. Cleared the city. The dwarves can return to their homes. I like it. I do like how the dwarves have this very distinct architectural style. It looks very entrenched in the area. They're clearly like the dominant peoples here, and it doesn't reflect the second one at all. You only see this design underwater in ruins, which is cool. Okay, wait. Hang on, I remember this. I remember being stuck at this bit. What do I do? When it says clear the fort, what does that mean? there a way out? I am so sure I've gotten stuck on this. Do I have to go up here? There's a way up, and the only thing kind of implying that this is a pathway is a lamp. And then... Also, it doesn't look like you can, because there's a thing there. This is just an overlook. Okay. Oh, I think that's it. Like, that's a hint as to where the bonus is. He does open it. I got stuck on that. For sure. Does he open any other gate? Is it just that one? It's very hard to find. Nope. Haha. Okay, he's down. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we now, like, weave our way up here. Oh, up you go. Oh, no, they're gone. Keep going. Nope, no you don't. Okay, so that officially updated, even though it doesn't look any different, but okay. Oh wow, a bone fiend. Whose is that? Whose fucking dog is that? Uh-oh. No! I'm so slow. Okay. Okay, we're fine. I am a little worried about this. My memories of it are based on when I did this in hard mode, when I was clearing every mission in hard mode. Which makes this and the bonus pretty difficult from what I remember. Oh, just Bone Fiend, okay. You just have to defend 2 points of entry for a while, I think, basically. Oh, come on, why didn't you do it? Okay. God damn it. And this is the Thunderhead Keep. That you end up in 2 for, you know, the Thunderhead Keep area. Oh, there we go. Where there's also a giant battle around this same fort. Like, this fort exists for 200 years. Except, I think it's all branded in the second one. Because a bunch of stuff happened, you know. You know how it is. Okay. It's been around for 2 whole years. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no! This is also an area that is strange about elevation. What do these do? I don't want to touch him just in case. No! King Jarlath! No, 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 no! Where is he? Where is King Jarlath? There he is. Oh my god, that was worrying. Don't scare me like that. Where's he going? No! Where the hell is he going? Do not aggro that guy yet. I can't believe they made a... Oh boy. They made a bone fiend out of me before my body had even hit the ground. And I think they're gonna do it again. Oh, I'm playing real bad. I'm playing so badly. Okay, okay. Just stand here, everyone. We'll just give it a second. Everybody do their regen some health and get those things off cooldown. Oh yeah, I was saying this area is a bit weird about elevation. There's areas that go up and down, and there's archways over the ground underneath, but Guild Wars 1 doesn't really do elevation, so I think you can just bump into someone who's technically underneath you, essentially. Okay, are we good? Is Devona gonna die? No, okay. Do we want to kill those things outside? We can't. Okay, fine. Just, wait, this is clear the fort, and that hasn't been completed. Maybe it will after we kill this guy. Alright. We're going to fan out. You and you and you and the rest of you over here, and me kind of just here. So he cannot AoE us all. And then I will release all the things. Oh, he's an elementalist. There we go. Okay, he is easy. I think now I have to defend the fort. I'm so surprised that Ironhammer hasn't died. Oh shit, hi.
You have taken the keep, but your fight is not yet over. The Mursat and their white mantle counterparts are headed this way.
Why do your eyes look like that?
They drive before them the denizens of the Shiver Peak Mountains. I grant you this boon and the aid of these undead servants.
Thanks, that's not weird. This is the evil vizier from earlier. Exactly. You're not supposed to know he's an evil vizier, but is there any other kind?
Today, you must prevail, for the tale does not end here. Your destiny.
Thank God he's
lies
still
west.
here. He's not a ghost. I think he's just projecting his likeness over a magical fire. Like sure. Sure, I'm not going to question specific magic things like that. We've got magic. It can do shit. He's being even more, like, weird, though. I grant you these undead servants. Now, you could explain that. Yeah, so there's dwarven soldiers begging for help in the text chat box. Okay. If you do the bonus mission, I'm going to send everyone else to the other side. The bonus mission is that you have to leave this fort and go all the way up here to different dwarven settlements on the outskirts and stop them from being overrun by enemies and cannon fire, and then kill a bunch of Mursat out there before they get murderized. And it's difficult to do. This thing is attacking only me. Let's get both of you out there, actually. You can both go there and help defend. So you can only see one side at a time. Dwarven soldiers are going to die because I don't think I'm going to help them. I'm not here to overachieve. I will do this. Oh no. How are the other guys? They're fine. Nothing's happening over there. Maybe I have the balance of this wrong. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Okay, get back inside. Get back inside. That's clearly not the right position for that. Because you can be struck and apparently not do anything about it. Oh my god! Okay, I'm recalling everyone. We'll just swap sides. Whatever. The ghosts apparently will help. They're trying to hit me with rocks to interrupt me, but I'm behind this door. Okay, we're just gonna swap sides, sure. So these smoke phantoms killed a bunch of stuff and Giant's boots dropped. I don't know what the firing levers do, but I'm worried that just hits the dwarves. The failure point is King Jarlath is up here. And if enemies get into the fort, they will attempt to climb the stairs and kill him. So you've just got to stop them from doing that. When do we slay Alduin? Which one was that again? I'm not being obtuse, I don't remember. Bonus, light the beacons. That's the bonus? What about saving the dwarves? Oh, the beacons are over there with the dwarves and you have to keep them alive to do it. That's what it was. What happened to my ghosts? Did you kill them all? Are they temporary? What happened there? Okay, it's alright. We can swap sides. It's okay. Warcraft. Skyrim. I'm getting mixed messages. Okay, maybe I should leave someone like... If I put Mox here and then mostly defend the other side, he can tank, and if I see his HP going down, I can swap sides. There's a smoke phantom on this side. There's no timer or anything, but you really do just have to stay here. In fact, I'm gonna double check. What does it say on this? Thunderhead Keep. Waves of Stone Summit and Jade Construct start spawning and approaching the fort. After 2 minutes and 15 seconds, a Stone Summit boss group spawns. They are actually spawning on the map, and if you manage to like leave the fort, you can get to this. There's a gate, there's an actual teleport gate that is bringing all of these enemies in, and you can get to the gate and then spawn camp them. It just means that you have to get everyone out there without letting any enemies get past you, because if anyone gets past you and into the fort, they'll kill King Ironhammer. It's Skyrim. I don't know. You could tell me that there's a dragon named anything in Warcraft and I'd probably believe you. How many Warcraft players are in chat? What's the silliest name that they've got in there? They're just taking an age to actually approach the fort from where they spawned in. But I do think it's really good that they have a spawn point that is a distinct, like a teleport point. That it's like an actual portal in the world. And you can see them being portaled in, much like we end up doing in the fight against Joko in Season 4 in the next game. It's kind of similar. Okay, well I saw villains? You're putting the word villainy in my head. I saw enemies on the other side, so I think they're going to approach. That thing looks really cool. I think they're approaching the other side. I'm being careful because the failure point of this mission took a while to get to here. The failure point is that you go, huh, nothing's happening. Maybe I need to leave the fort, and then you leave. Are they the other side? I can't tell. You leave and you start looking around, and then you realize way too late that a bunch of enemies have gotten in, and then Jarlis dies, and you have to redo it. Silliest name in general or of a dragon? I did mean of a dragon. If you know of one. Maybe if I go up here I can get a better look. I don't remember this being... Like, I'm not leaving. I don't want to fail this. Can you see anything? I like it that he doesn't do shit. I don't see anything. Huh. I did for a second on one side. What is happening? I don't leave. I remember this. You don't leave the fort. I'm partial to Murmelnir. That does sound like a Norse dragon name, but it also is a bit like Murmur. So, I don't know, he's not good at public speaking. Is this normal? Is this how it goes? Okay. How can I do this? I can... I'll put Althea down. I'll put Devona with this smoke phantom. If anyone starts taking damage, I can probably get back there before something really dire happens. I'm gonna go look. Okay, so there's some guys here and they seem to have gotten in a fight with a frost giant, and the frost giant is throwing a rock that is not going through a building, and I'm not sure they're hitting it either, so I think that was stuck. Of course that would happen to me, of course. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Do you mind? Okay, there's still an elementalist down there. I love that they still cast Spectral Agony because there's no actual feedback on that, but you can imagine they cast Spectral Agony expecting it to like shred your HP and nothing happens to you, and there's this moment where they go, hang on, what? Huh? Okay, now there's White Mantle here. I think they actually did get stuck fighting a frost giant or whatever that was called through a building, and that's why nothing was happening. Oh, Murmelnir is the first. Wait, defending the first one. The first one that you absorb, right? It's not like I knew the names of any of them. I don't think it tells you their names. They just inform you later and you're supposed to care about it. Okay, we seem to have got things moving again. Of course that would happen to me during stream. Alright, that was a lot of enemies on this side, so now I'm worried about the other side. Don't type those things in my chat. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna. Can I see any? Oh, yeah, there's a ritualist here who is casting some things. Okay, I think we can manage this. Oh, there's a Massat. Let's cancel that chain lightning and that thunderclap, and Bossman, I think maybe you might have played Skyrim too much. Oh god, Devona is taking a lot of damage. Devona, what's happening? Oh god, we can't go any faster. No! Oh, she died. Devona, what happened? Wait, she wasn't here. Oh, she was here with the ghost, and I think the ghost died. No, don't fight the black bear. I died. Oh my god. Okay, I'm up. I'm worried now. I am worried now. Why is there a bear? I wasn't able to focus on this jade armor. It kept on trying to fight a bear for some reason. Well, at least Jarlath is still okay. I can't believe I died. Alright, there's enemies on this side now. I don't want to leave Devona by herself, but I don't really have any option. It should be Mox that's by himself. I need to swap them over. Okay. Mox. Go there. And Devona go here. Because Mox is the defendy one who can probably survive alone long enough for me to get back. Okay. Oh, someone got in during the time they were swapping positions. You see how frantic this is? If everybody dies, or if King Jarlath dies, where the fuck is Mox? Oh, I put him here by accident. I have to redo this whole thing if I mess this up. Okay, I can see the red dots up there. Where are they going? Okay, some of them are coming this way. Oh god, it's a boss. Okay. Nope, didn't get that on. I pressed it by accident. Please don't cast anything that's wide-ranging. Shit, I keep clicking it when they cast anything. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! I got the energy surge shut down. Okay. Boss down. Alright, I'm gonna pull back a little bit. There's stuff over here. The left hand of Grenth himself comes for us. You're a dwarf. Why are you invoking Grenth? Maybe, oh, I know. He's just code switching. He's just changing up. Like, he's making it so we can understand what he means. Because he's obviously a worldly leader who understands what humans believe in. Okay, throw a little bit of that Masat Elementalist, and now I'm gonna go back. I got hit by Spectral Agony, but I don't care anymore. And there's 2 Jade Armor here. I'm staring at the HP bars. I'm not even looking at the game. Something else is coming this way, and Mox is fine, so we're going to assume that we can stay here. It's 2 Masat, and I need to get in between them and Althea. Okay. There we go. Mox is still fine. Yeah, I'm that way about quick save. I love quick save. I don't think I could have got through New Vegas without quick save. Although a lot of times I got saved by the fact that it auto-saves for you when you exit or enter buildings. I remember how often I was quick saving and quick loading mostly in System Shock. I was just rapid firing that shit to the point where the game broke a little bit. I'm very, very excited. Okay, there's stuff going each way. One elementalist and an elementalist and a jade armor. So I'm gonna field these ones first. No, I'm not. Mox is dying. In fact, you guys go over there while I do this. Oh god, Althea died. Okay. Oh my god, come on, come on, come on. Okay, now Devona's dead. But the other entrance is fine. And I can revive Devona. Thank God for being a half-assed monk. Pick up my gold. Okay, they can chill and restore their health. I know they don't have any healing, but it's whatever. Devona, you should probably be like there. And yeah, normal. I'm aware of that, and that's mostly why I don't want to fail this. This is so long. I know we had a weird glitch there, but it's still really long. Okay, why don't you guys come a little bit back in here? Can I see anyone? I can see a jade bow. I can see someone on this side. This was the period of games where it being difficult was sometimes a selling point. It didn't want to like just give you the playthrough, you know. Why are you not moving? Now what? Okay, no, there's a bunch moving there, so things are still progressing. Oh, it is moving quite fast, actually. Okay. I think they just take weird routes, and sometimes they stop for a bit. It's all intentionally unpredictable. Okay, let's see if we can kill this before the other things get here. That was the wrong button. Should be this. Come on, guys. We can do this. Just the three of us. Yes, there we go. Okay, great job. Take a break. If we can tank it enough that no one dies, then nobody needs a healer. Shit, oh god, Devona died to chain lightning. Oh god. Up you get, Devona. Okay, he died. We're good. We're good. Nothing's on the other side. I could have just pulled everyone over here, but I'm too scared. Thank God I wasn't trying to do the bonus. It goes without saying, this section is way more manageable if you have human players with you. Because you don't have to micromanage a whole group of NPCs into staying by whatever. You could go out, you can roam around, you can just have one person stay behind. I can't control the position of 4 of my party members. I can tell them to stand in one place, but not individually. And individually, I can command these 3. Okay, no, there's more coming. A terrible save system in indie games, an intended game mechanic to make it more engaging. No, that sucks. You should allow the player to save things. I mean, this is kind of being an online game is kind of an outlier. Like, you can't save in this because you could have other people with you, and then saving wouldn't, you know, what does it mean? But if it's a single player game, you should be allowing your player to save anytime, and there's no excuse for not doing that. I've said this before, but it was one of the big, one of my big problems with BioShock Infinite was that I was so excited to get into that. I thought it was going to be another BioShock level achievement. I read the press releases they did in magazines, and I was super looking forward to it, and I happened to have gotten like my very first real job when it came out. So I was coming back home after working a mentally taxing kind of day, and then getting home at like 7 p.m. and then trying to play BioShock Infinite, and it made me so goddamn depressed. I didn't have the escape that I wanted because the game wasn't any good. But I wasn't seeing it. I was in denial, and Devona's dying. I was in denial about it, and there's a section where, for whatever goddamn reason, you start finding a ghost. There's just a ghost boss fight, and I know a lot of people just were kind of like, why the hell are we fighting this ghost? We know who the ghost is. It's just like, why? What purpose does this serve in the story? But I'm not here to criticize BioShock Infinite specifically, because then we'd be here all day. No, the point was that I got up to that boss fight, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that right now, or maybe I did the boss, and I was like, I really need to stop playing. I need to go to bed, because I need to get up in the morning to go to work, and I had to get up at like 6:30 or something. I'm actually gonna die. Pull everyone back. Come on, heal me, guys. Okay, Devona died. And I wanted to go to bed. I had to get up super early to start making my 2-hour journey to work. And I was like, okay, I don't want to play BioShock Infinite anymore right now. I want to save my game and finally go to bed. It was nearly midnight. I was only going to get a few hours sleep before a full day of work. And I was like, okay, I want to quit. There's no save button. There's no save functionality. It's not in the menu. It wasn't something you could choose. It just wasn't there. It works entirely on autosaves. And I couldn't tell when the last time I had autosaved was, or whether it was after I did that boss, or I don't know. There was no feedback from the game as to whether my game was saved or not. And I tried to look it up, like, how do you save the game? And it's like, the game saves at pre-selected progression points. And I was like, what? So I just have to keep playing the game until I see the save symbol? Are you insane? It's midnight. I gotta go to work in 6 hours. What the fuck are you on? And that's that was my big personal reason why I just couldn't. Are you joking? I couldn't take BioShock Infinite. It was a bad game. It was badly designed, and it was badly written. But also, it made me real sleepy that one time. Okay, we might have to just resort to pulling everyone back and forth. Oh god, there's Confessor Dorian. Oh god, okay. I forgot that he was I forgot he was in this. This world no longer has the favor of the gods. Well, that's just dandy. Okay. So if they're gonna come in through this entrance, I can quickly arrange everyone. Are they? Where are they going? This could be a fake out. There could be another group that's about to enter this side while they form a distraction. No, okay, they faked us out. They went that way and then they turned around and went this way. So I'm gonna have everyone surround this door and spread them out a little bit to avoid AoEs. And then this should be the final boss. if I can get through this with a bunch of debuff. Okay. Yep, they're definitely coming this way. Okay, everyone. Mox in front. You to the side. You to the side. The rest of you kind of in the middle, but behind Mox, because he should run forward before anyone else. And me, I'll go over here. And I'm going to cast this in your way. Okay, so you need to get closer. Okay, Confessor Dorian is there. I was worried for a second. Everyone get a bit closer. We're too far. Actually, cancel it. Just attack them. We're fine. We seem to be fine. What? Okay, he's dead. What class was he? I didn't even see. Oh my god. Okay. I was so worried about that last group. And then it was fine, actually. I guess the Mossad have raised my level of anxiety too high. It was just White Mantle, so we're all right. Okay. All right. If I'd had to redo all of that, I swear to God. Hey, Jarlis. What? Oh, my hand. Oh, my poor wrist. Okay. Hand exercises. That one got stuck on a tree.
Not
That one
even
got stuck
death
on a
will
tree.
Save you from my wrath.
If
Is
you
this
will
Steve
allow
Bloom
me
again?
this indulgence, King Ironhammer, perhaps the Confessor can still be of some use to us.
What did he just do? Yeah, the music didn't
Never
change.
give me the opportunity for revenge.
Oh no, he's helping. Okay, he
This
just
is just as it was written in the Flame Seeker.
he just did it really
prophecies.
creepily, but he's
An
helping against
opening
one
will be
final
given
wave
to the
in a cutscene.
disciples of the unseen. The peaks and valleys of the Shiver Peaks will be painted in blood.
You just said peaks twice.
At this time, the ascendants
Boob
will
enthusiast
rise,
Vizier
and
Kilbron.
the way to the door will be clear. The time of our judgment is near. We must prepare.
You can tell that's the evil dwarves because they leave a fiery effect behind them. Was that implying that the battle just keeps going?
Today's was a great victory. But now, your true challenge
I love how Mox is
begins.
breaking the
You
line.
must go to the Ring of Fire Island chain. In the caldera
He has his
of the
arms
largest
around
volcano,
Sin and
you
Althea.
will find the power you need.
The Ring of Fire. A more treacherous land interior there is not.
Okay, no, I don't
True
think that is
enough.
Steve Bloom.
But that is where we will find the door of Komali. Behind it lies the secret to defeating the Morsat.
You're
That's
a
true, it
brave
does.
lot,
He's not lying.
But you'll not make it past the beachhead.
Where's Joko?
Help.
Give it a couple
will
more
go.
campaigns.
Breknar, do you know what you are saying?
Yes, brother.
A mission to the Ring of Fire would be suicide.
Then may we meet each other in the afterlife.
Oh, that goes hard.
Through this portal awaits your destiny. Do not let it linger. Seize that which you were born to do.
I should
Until
really
we
check if
are
there's better
reunited
armor for
in the
me at some
Great
point.
Forge.
Go with honor, my brother.
Oh, that was a
Fight
nice animation.
bravely in the name of Deldramor.
Bye. They went off and made out behind a tree. That was why they got rid of
It
us.
won't be long now. Not long at all.
Wait. Wait. What happened to King Jarlath? Oh good, Carlotta's here. Wait. What? Hang on. Hang on a second. I'm just checking. What happened to King Jarlath? Oh, he's 127. Good for him. I don't see anything. What was happening in the end of that cutscene? Okay, no, so was that the Vizier and King Jarlath left together and then separately, after some time had passed, an undead lich appeared with a warrior alongside? I thought those things were like related and we were supposed to think they were the same characters, but then I was like, what do you mean? Was that not King Jarlath? That's their fusion. I got confused for a second. I think the fade out was meant to be a longer period of time than it implied, and that's what was going on there. Yay, we're in the Ring of Fire. My god, if you were like seeing this in 2005, your brain would have melted. Look at this. It looks really cool in 2, but I cannot imagine experiencing this in 2005 when video games were like nothing. Look at it! It's such an evidently end game area. It's so conceptually cool. That is some kind of actual tower that's made out of skulls. There's lava everywhere. It's such a good progression concept. Look at this! What the hell? If I saw this in 2005, I would think it was real life. Are you referencing that's a person who was like, they posted a screenshot of Morrowind and they were like, I used to think this was visually indistinguishable from real life. It looks really cool in the second one as well. Okay, I'm gonna pick this quest up. Is this the main quest?
You honor me.
Professor Dorian's dead. The white mantle is like a snake without its head. Oh. Oh! That's why season 4, one of the chapter titles is the head of the snake. That's why! I never realized that. Because that's the chapter where you kill, Minister Cordicus, who has become the head of the White Mantle. That's so neat! I never realized that. I'm genuinely just enjoying that they made a reference to themselves. We need to get in there and take out all 3 members of the Inner Council. Okay. Final blow. Yep, that's the primary quest I was looking for. Which means in the list of primary quests we have Final Blow is like an incidental quest, and then we have 3 final missions. And then that's it. They already had a Mystery of the Druids for 4 years. And that is way more photorealistic. God, imagine this existing in the same world as Mystery of the Druids. Alright, we've got to have one more ad break, so let's hop on over here. I do need a little bit of a break myself. I think in between ad breaks, all I managed to do was Thunderhead Keep. I can't believe they got stuck. That's so apt. Of course, nothing happened because some of the enemies that are supposed to route into the fort got distracted by a completely incidental enemy we happened to both be hostile to, and they got into a formation where they were trying to attack each other through a wall, so nothing was happening. Of course that would occur. Oh, okay. I got so into this. I was so focused on that. I've forgotten everything else about my actual life. I forgot what day it was. Oh boy. I hope that was entertaining. I feel almost responsible when I'm doing something difficult that takes me a while. I go like, no, this isn't good streaming. People aren't gonna want to watch this. They want to see a person playing professional level gaming, which is never what happens. God, the first half a year when I started streaming, before I had a setup for VODs, so it's all stuff that got lost to time, I played a lot of stuff that I think it was pretty much all no combat, so that I wouldn't have to have my actual expertise on display. Oh geez, Cube, don't you start. No, that was really funny. I know that one can get really dicey, and then if you lose control of it and you let anyone reach Jarlis and he dies, you gotta redo the whole thing. And that's just the style at the time. You were really put through these grueling, you know, you had to play the game really well, and if you failed, you had to repeat a bunch of it. That was just standard. And there's very little that I think Guild Wars 2 should have retained. I think pretty much all the changes they made are decent changes. Especially things like, you know, just making it an actual MMO instead of multiplayer instance, which is fine, but I do enjoy that you can just run around and see other people in the world. They're different kinds of games. And this one is extremely tactically based. It is the tactical prequel to the action combat sequel, and I really do want to see if they refresh the formula by combining those two things a bit in the third one. Although I don't know, I'm kind of conscious of just using the negative space of what they haven't told us about Guild Wars 3 to just make hopeful assumptions. And say, yeah, they haven't told us what it is, but it'll be better than these two things combined. Like, that feels... I don't know. It feels like a mistake to start thinking that, but then that's just like, that's the nature of hype. That's me saying that you shouldn't be hyped for things, I guess. Well, you should be hyped for things, but you should never, ever pre-order anything. There we go, we're done with ads. Don't ever pre-order a game. Ever. Or I will be really mad at you. You don't have to buy a game the moment it comes out. And literally nothing should convince you that it's imperative that you do that. I pre-ordered Portal 2. Now that one's okay. That one's okay. Alright, we've got to make our way through this. Now we've got about half an hour before I'm going to wind up. So let's see how far we can get. That does look really cool. That might have been the first and last time. Yeah, you're just thrown into this. There are massive enemies. There are hydras everywhere. That's called a phantom, and it's the same thing as the eidolon. There are flesh golems, God knows why, and they're massive. Okay, so one thing I do think that 2 should have taken from this one is making the Fire Islands feel really, really sinister. Because in Guild Wars 2, they put a circus here. Not to be too picky, but God, this place is cool. I pre-ordered all the Blizzard special editions of what? Oh, it looks like I shouldn't be... Oh, yeah, ether seals. And they're weird highlight. I don't know. Let's kill that thing. It counts as an elemental... I'm gonna die. Oh, I don't know why I did that. No, we're okay? Okay. Okay, the seal died. I'm not sure what that did. collector's editions of WoW and stuff and StarCraft 2. I don't think you should do. I don't think you should do that. I mean, okay, if it's something that's online and you want to get in there day one and get like a cool name, that's a little justifiable. I get it. I do get it. But if it's a single player game, seriously, you can play single player games whenever. And we should defend our right to play single player games whenever the hell we want, even if it's in 5 years. The game should still be there and it should be just as good, and you shouldn't be giving people FOMO into thinking that they have to pre-order something that they're only going to play on their own. I'm not speaking about anything specific, but there's a lot of examples. I love playing things like 5-10 years after they come out. Nothing has to be done immediately. But what if you could rent games instead of owning them? What do you guys think's gonna happen when they release GTA, whichever the number is that they're at now? Cause hasn't it taken so much money to develop that I don't know if they're even gonna make a profit on it? Even if it sells the best of any game of all time. It might, I don't know. It will sell. It will absolutely sell, but is it gonna profit at this point? I mean, there's no one's in any denial about this, right? Once the new GTA comes out, the people who developed it are going to be fired, right? Like this horrendous reality hellscape. The game will come out after... How long's that been in development? It's more than... Is it 10 years or more or something? I don't remember when the last one was. Really, really long time in development. They're gonna fire everyone, right? As soon as that thing is on shelves. Before that, even. As soon as it gets locked into... shippable quality. Not even finished, just potentially shippable. I don't care how much you get paid. Well, actually, no, you could pay me enough to be on that team because I would just, like, store up money for my eventual inevitable firing. But my god, this is not a good environment to be... Okay, so the inner council members are 3 characters just kind of standing there. Let's get rid of these guys first. Now, what's the best way to... I'm just gonna let everyone else do it. What's the best way to approach this? I kind of want them to stay up there, so if I go up and... If we rush and we body block, we'll all be vulnerable, and 2 of them look like mesmers, so I'm going to send just mocks and hope they don't move too much, and then I'm going to throw Chaos Storm at them. Do you think there will be a day when the final game is released ever? For GTA, I think they will. Yeah, I think they'll probably keep their current release date. Shit, that didn't work. Please, sir, please stop slamming your fist into my face. Well, we seem to be managing anyway. There we go. Okay. Oh, like the final game in gaming and then there's no more. Ah. Talk to Captain Grumby. I remember him. He's in the Fire Islands map. You speak to this guy. He's a ghost. What did he look like? I don't remember what he looked like as a ghost. That's cute. I didn't realize that ghost dude... Is he like the same place? No, this isn't the same map. Is it? I don't think it's the same map. I think... is it like... You go to this one and this one. The one that... what's it called? I don't remember the name of the goddamn map because I have streamer brain cell. The final game in gaming. I mean... I don't know how to think about that. It's like a chicken and an egg thing. Like, what if there are more and more games forever, but they change what they are until they're unrecognizable to us? Is it still a game? You didn't say video game. I don't think they'll stop making video games because every time we've developed a new art form, we've kept doing it. Pretty much. You know, once we invented books, people just have been making books forever. And then, once people started painting, people just did painting forever. No one stops doing an art form, so I have to imagine they will keep doing games until something explodes everyone. The final game has got to be a Final Fantasy. Thematically, yes. For real this time. What if... okay, I was gonna say, what if the final game ever is a Final Fantasy game, and part of the premise of the Final Fantasy game is what triggers the end of the world, and that's like, maybe it's intentional, I don't know, but the Final Fantasy game causes the end of humanity, and then they reveal that's why it was called Final Fantasy this whole time. I was gonna say that, and then I was like, I think that's Homestuck. And I say I think because I have never read any of Homestuck, but every so often I'm like, no, I think that was in Homestuck. And if I'm right, I am so proud of myself because I've only ever osmosed it from other people. There was a joke I did once that I do not remember that was like the cleverest thing I've ever done, and it was a Homestuck reference that was really well placed, and I don't remember it because I was falling over my own feet, scrambling to type it in. Like, I've got the references all fucking time, and it's based on me having threadbare knowledge of that plot. Anyway, I noticed everyone stopped talking as soon as I mentioned Homestuck, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm Captain Grumpy. Not that I'm proud of it, but the man will pay the coin to keep my mouth shut and my boat docked unless they say otherwise. I didn't realize you were a traitor when we met you in the second one. I should go back and talk to him and see what he says. Oh, okay. He's like blatantly just swapped sides conveniently because we've killed a bunch of people in front of him. Fair enough. They would burn my home and stuff my spirit in one of those evil statues. If you help us, we'll make sure you aren't harmed. Well, you did just kill all 3 of the inner council without so much as breaking a sweat. You've changed my mind. I'll serve the white mantle no longer. Let me know when you want to go. Yes. Okay, so that takes me here. Okay, so it's just a short run through there. Where is the second game? Where is it set? Is it like that island? It's pretty big though. Hang on, I'm gonna check. Ring of Fire Islands, also called Kamali's Rest. Did they ever explain what Kamali is? A lot of things invoke the name, but they don't. As far as I don't know anything about it. Okay, hang on. Ring of Fire Island chain. Nope, that takes me to Captain Grumpy. Okay, Guild Wars 2 has an article on Ring of Fire. Okay, there's 2 maps. One is the inside of the volcano of Draconis Mons, and the other one is Ember Bay. That's what it is. Is that... Wait, I don't know which bit that is. I think maybe they fudged it. A lot of the map overlaps very exactly, but I don't see this on the map. Hang on, I'm scrolling out a bit. No, wait a minute. This should be Ember Bay. It looks like, okay, it looks like Draconis Mons may have like erupted from below the surface, but this looks like Ember Bay right here, and I didn't realize. Oop. Okay, so all of my henchmen got disappeared again. I love these funky shaded obsidian, I'm guessing. Oh, it goes purple if you look at it from that angle. Alright, well, we're now on... Wait. Wait, that's it? Wait, what? What do you mean? That's where we just killed those guys. That's where we picked up the boat. He took us here? He took us... We could have swum that. We could have... Why did we need to physically pressure a guy into lending us a boat? We could have just swum over. What? Okay, where is everyone? Why is it doing Crichton music and not like creepy Fire Island stuff? It messes with me so much that it's the same music between games. I know what you mean. I've managed to play this enough that I associate the Guild Wars 1 tracks with its places, and then when I hear them in 2, it's like, meh, I know what you really are. Okay, so I didn't remove my henchmen for any particular reason. They're all still here. It is so baffling to me that there is no Mesmer mascot. I'm really glad I picked one for this run, because now it's me. I am the Mesmer henchman. Basic stuff for sale. Do I have anything I can turn in? No. I want to identify these. No. Okay. Become sleepy, go to bed. That's very funny. Thank you, Normal. Thank you for sticking around all stream. I'm wrapping up in about 10 minutes, so I don't think you'll miss anything. But thank you. Good mesming. Let's go turn this in. I do not want to take on the next quest in... Well, I mean, I suppose I have 20 minutes before VeggieBL Tale gets, like, started. I like how those 3 guys were just standing on a platform. Just waiting to die, sure. Okay. This one is called Ring of Fire. Oh, sorry. Which mission is the Ring of Fire mission? Oh, it's that one. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that done in like 20 minutes. Oh, you've got to kill more Eidolons and get Spectral Essence from them. Oh my god, Spectral Essence has... Huh. Spectral Essence actually has an image for it. And it looks really gross. It looks kind of like worms. If you want to look, it's on this page. But it definitely looks Niosian. Like, all of Nios looks like it was designed so that this thing could be found there naturally. Oh, hey, Beta Vash. Nice to see you. We're just kind of at the end. I'm going to raid into VeggieBL Tale as soon as they get going. I'm just going to check on them. I'm hoping to jump in and watch be on stream for a little bit of Stanley Parable, because it's real fun. I won't be able to do too long, but I'm hoping for a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like worms, but that definitely looks like something that would naturally occur in the Realm of Dreams or whatever it's called in 2. So that seems like it tracks. This thing is Niosian, and the fact that we can connect those things, I think, is pretty fun. Dropped upon the death of an Eidolon or the Ice Beast. What's the Ice Beast? Originally, infusion required 1 spectral essence for each piece of armor. Thank God they changed that. Okay, the Ice Beast is also an octopus thing. It's just got... there's only 1 of it. This is so weird. The Ice Beast is flesh-based. I think that means mechanically. Both of the things that spawn the spectral essence have azure shadows that spawn around them. This has got to be something that came in from Nios, because I don't think the thing... I was trying to collect my thoughts earlier and I couldn't really do it. The thing that you use to repel the insane pain wrought by the otherworldly magic of Masat, it's gotta be the only way to repel that is something from their own... something of their own kind. You know what I mean? The spectral agony was something that was... It works on us that well because it comes from a different dimension. And when it gets cast on you, it tries to rearrange your atoms in some indecipherable way, and it just kills you. So it makes sense that the thing that resists it is something that comes from their own realm, and therefore isn't, you know, turned inside out by the idea of them. It's a kind of Cthulhu type, you know. This idea would melt your brain, but something of the like is able to resist it. So whatever Ice Beast or Eidolon is, it's got to be something that also came from Nios, like the Masat did. How are they getting into Tyria, I think, is an interesting idea. I mean, I guess we won't really ever know. They went more into Masat and everything in Secrets of the Obscure and Janthir Wilds, and I need to double check what they added to the basis of stuff. I know that Janthir Wilds goes into the development of spectral agony, and unfortunately it was another problem of them presenting it in a way that I don't think helped. It's not really part of the main storyline, it's part of a map meta, and my understanding of it was dampened by the fact that the map meta is kind of just one boss fight where the boss yells, "Haha, puny mortals," at you, instead of saying things that's interesting. And I think the boss fight is against the Masat who invented spectral agony, which was a weird idea to me. I just sort of thought it was an inherent way of them being able to cast magic because of where they came from. But the name of that Masat who invented it is Yegon, which is an anagram of agony. And that is kind of silly, to be fucking honest with you. I'm not gonna forget the name of that Masat, but like, why did they do that? I guess if you wanted to reverse engineer it, that Masat didn't know what the word agony meant. It just decided to name its pride and joy of a spell after itself, did an anagram, and it happens to be the same as our word for something really painful, I guess. There's a lot of stuff in Janthir Wilds that dips into long-standing world-building blocks and starts adding a few things to the backdrop of that, specifically to provide interesting context for the people that are interested in that and for the people that played the first game. But it's all offset by things that are randomly silly, or enemies yelling one-liners at you, like that makes any sense. I'm very, very torn on one thing, and I don't even know if I'd ask them about this in case it's a bad answer, if I could ask them. But the first time they introduced the 3 titans in Janthir Wilds, I was all hyped up about it because that's actually, why am I looking at the map? I should be looking at the mega cool flaming skulls. Are there any flaming skulls here? Hello? Psst, 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 flaming skull. Oh, well, yeah, we can look at this. That's pretty cool. When you meet the Titans, I was like, oh my god, this is Abaddon stuff. The Titans are Abaddon's minions. And they shouldn't be able to exist anymore because we very much killed Abaddon. And he doesn't exist. And he couldn't possibly have survived it because all of his power got inherited by Cormyr. So he can't just, like, not have died. He died enough that she became a god after him. So it's not like they could just undo that. So what is the mystery here? Why is this happening? There are 3 Titans now, and they're spawning like lots of little ones, but they're just like drop-off bits. There's 3 real ones. And when they converse, they speak like idiots. They yell like, "Oh, you are such an insignificant bug to me." And it's like, what? I didn't know Titans could speak. I don't think any of them spoke in this game. I don't think anyway. They just feel like really mindless forces of something near incomprehensible. Something so incomprehensible that they don't have a fixed physical form. They will change it depending on where they end up being. In fact, it might even make sense that they change form depending on where they are perceived. Because perception is a big deal of how Abaddon kind of works, I think, because the more people that became aware of him was the way that he was able to fight his way back into the Tyrian plane. But anyway, they speak really weird. I was listening to them like, I don't think a Titan would sound like that. They're incredibly ancient things. Okay, not as ancient as some things, but if there were still Titans roaming around Tyria somehow, they could have been invoked during nightfall or the opening of the door of Kamali, etc. And that would place them as having arrived here 250 years ago. And then maybe they just got forgotten somewhere and nobody found them, which is what happened to the Mossad, actually. But if there was an existing Titan, it would be really old. And if it had a mind of its own, I would expect it to be mentally degraded by time, or at least not insulting me, because what does that accomplish? Like, it was a weird thing for them to be focusing on. Why are they so concerned with superiority? Why do they bicker between themselves? Wouldn't they have been like a group of 3 for hundreds of years? So these were active questions that I had when you interact with them. No, Clock, I know. The storyline does explain it. They are not any of those things. I don't want to like completely like spoil it for anyone who hasn't gotten there by chance, but all of that does actually make sense because they aren't ancient Titans. But in order to do that reveal, you kind of remove the interesting part about them being Titans. It's like you invoked something very core to the world building in this game, and everyone got excited because of what that might mean. And then you said, oh, actually, it wasn't that. Well, they're not like fake ones, but they don't have anything to do with any of the world history. They have the minds, let's say, of recent bickering, foolish, mortal people. It's just that they're Titans now. And it's like, oh, okay. Is that why they sounded like that? I genuinely don't know. I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt that you are supposed to hear those Titans saying really weird things that you wouldn't expect. Like, it's very humanoids, very human dialogue. It's very contentious and selfish and self-absorbed. It's things that you wouldn't imagine something not human or, you know, not mortal to really be concerned with? Are we supposed to have taken that as foreshadowing for the fact that they were, in fact, basically recently human? I kind of want to believe it. I mean, obviously, Clock feels the same about that particular point. But, like, there's a little bit of me that thinks, did they just think that was cool dialogue? Did they think that that was just you would hear these things razzing on you, and you'd be like, oh man, I'm not gonna take that. We have to kill these things. I don't know. I feel like I did lose a bit of Titans in this game or two. Soul, I didn't know you were still here, but forget everything I just said. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear any of that. In this game, I don't think Titans ever speak. I could be wrong. I could have just not remembered. Maybe they might do. As far as I remember, I don't remember any Titan having any dialogue, and you don't see them. It just returned. Okay, good. You didn't hear anything that I said. It's a discrepancy, and it does make sense if you presume that they did that on purpose. I'm just too scared to actually ask them, because I have to imagine they did. It seems so purposeful. If you do the convergence on Mount Balrior and you fight against this giant, they specifically are natural looking beings. The ones in Guild Wars 2 look like rotting wood with amber inside. They look like some sort of gnarled and twisted entity of supreme nature. And then for them to be yelling like, what are you doing here? You smell. It's like, what? Huh? I have a theory about the identity of the Titans we've faced, but I'll keep it to myself. We could, I mean, if you want to share it, we could discuss it on the Discord or something. It's fine if you want to sit on it, and then if we play a bit further forward and you say, oh, I was right, I will believe you. Because Clark and I had the same presumption about how this works. I'm just not 100%. I'm not 100% because some of the dialogue in Guild Wars 2 does get a little cringy. And I'm a little bit of me is not here for that. I'm not trying to insult them, but I think they need to maybe watch fewer movies and read some books a little bit. Add a bit of textual diversity in there. I would rather a Titan speak like Mr. Darcy than like Professor Strange. Is it Doctor Strange? I don't know. I've never seen any of them. Cater to me, game. The person who's never seen a Marvel movie ever. Oh, congrats on the 3-stream streak. All right, we're gonna wind up now. I'm gonna check if I can raid yet. Solid in all aspects. Yeah, in the post Secrets of the Obscure, post End of Dragons part, it does get a little rough, and yeah, I found some of that tad disappointing. I don't know if I'm hoping this is the reason. I guess it's kind of copium, actually, that a lot of the writers split out to write Guild Wars 3. So hopefully, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like after they did season 4, it feels like some of the team just kind of got sliced away and maybe moved on to something else. I don't know. I've seen turnover in the company, and whenever I see it, it's like, oh god, is there going to be a quality dip now that they don't have this guy? But then again, turnover is really natural in any industry. Cheese Cube, I am literally just rambling about the company itself. I would love to visit them someday, though. I've already got a signed piece of art done by Scenes, my faithful head mod here. It's been on my wall for many years. I think it's... How long has it been? I know that I met them in that period where my previous computer was actually dying, so it would be 2019. Hi! I met them at a specific event that got folded into a convention. I wish they still had the event. It was nice. It was kind of fun. And I got autographs from Lindsay Malick and Andrew Gray and Clayton Kisco and someone I think called Andy who didn't put a surname. I don't know if that was an actual dev. And who's that? Oh, Elizabeth something. I can't read it from here. So a bunch of devs did my signatures, and I got. It was just Andy. Maybe I wasn't like I was just asking anyone around me. I didn't know who the devs were and who weren't, so I was just going, everyone sign this art. And Clayton and I actually played the game on stream with him and Ruby, and I was able to be like, hey, you met me at the thing, and I'm like 87% certain that he knew who I was. He was like, oh yeah, I remember meeting you. I think he thinks I was a guy that was near me at the time instead of me, because he then referred to me with a male pronoun, and then Ruby picked that up from him, so I was just he to them. So he knows he met me, but he kind of misremembered. And then I played a bit of the Halloween race in a Halloween stream with them, and I beat him. And I forgot that I did this, but now I'm remembering it. It was one of the best moments of my life. I would absolutely love to go and visit ArenaNet as a really long time fan. And got hit by the pronoun AoE pretty much. I don't mind really. I don't really mind if they get that wrong, but it was just that I was like, I wish you did remember which person I was, because this gives undue credit to someone else. But I've been to Seattle once before when I visited Valve, before I ever played any ArenaNet games, and now it's like I would love to go back to Seattle. Maybe in a dream world, we take Veg. Veg gets to visit Valve because he deserves that alongside us. And then while we're in the same visit, we get him that stamp on his his eternal lifetime card of cool things, and then I get to visit ArenaNet, and I get to just go in and like say hi to some people, whatever they do with random visitors. Valve lets you like email them and say, hey, can we come in? And they'll be like, yeah, and they give you a tour. I don't know how other companies do it, but Valve was pretty cool about that. All right, how are we? Okay, Stanley Parable is go. I accidentally opened Clip Studio Paint. Whoops. I keep doing that. Okay, we are raiding. We are raiding. The raid message is all my turtles shaved. All my turtles shaved. Hey, in the loft. I'm sorry, we're just finishing up now. And we're gonna go head into 5 and veg. I can see something crazy happening if you bring veg. I mean, it does go without saying. I've been on 2 trips with him, and he doesn't have a lot of filter when it comes to picking things to get into. There we go. And there's my... I'm just going to sign off. I'm sorry I didn't actually put up a schedule this week. Because on the weekend of Monday, I felt like absolute shit. I didn't do it. Sorry. It's the same as last week. I will see you again on Sunday for some make-up Sims. We didn't do it last week. But we'll do Sims. And then the same next week of this, where I'll be hopefully finishing Prophecies. And then if anyone wants to restart a new character and join in for factions, we'll do that. And then when we finish that, we'll be most of the way through the game. Anyway, let's go enjoy Stanley Parable. Thank you guys all for coming. I love seeing you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye.